Ahoy to all, welcome back to Pickitupgaming. Hope you're doing well. In this week's video, I'm taking a trip to a magical place full of adventure and wonder. Because of this week's video, I'm reviewing Hogwarts Legacy. Does it taste like butterbeer and soar like a hippogriff? Or does it taste like bogies from Bertie Bott's Dairy Flavoured Beans and howl like a werewolf? Let's find out together, shall we? You amazing bunch of human beings and creatures all across the world. Let's go. So after a very long delay, some tweak and some changes, some controversy, we won't get into that because I don't want to talk about it. I'm here to talk about the game and the people who put the time into the game to make it what it is. Any belief you might have on the person who made this universe, up to you, but for me, I'm just talking about this game. So this magical game came out in February 2023 is an action role-playing game developed by Avalanche Software and published by Warner Bros. Studios under its Portkey Games label, taking the world and inspiration from the books and films and bringing it into the gaming world. Now I know there was games kind of based on the Harry Potter series, but this kind of differs from that, whilst taking inspiration from the books and some of the locations, some of the characters, some of the places you might recognise. It's going back to the 1800s and kind of bring its own kind of take to the universe, its own kind of use the world, its own kind of experiences, and making its own, which I do appreciate. It gives a chance for the game to grow. You get to experience the world without having to have ties to Harry Potter, you know, Dumbledore and Snape and all the other characters. But whilst you go through the world, you will recognise in some places, you recognise some names, you might recognise in some places. So that's good, and I think it's good fan service to include all the old fans and fans of the series, whilst introducing new fans to the series. All good. So in the story, you take care of a 50-year protagonist entering the school of witchcraft wizardry, which in this world is near enough unheard of because usually you are discovered, I think you've got to be 10 to 11 when you first start. So entering your 5th year as a new student is quite strange, but as you go through this game you realise you have very unique abilities of an ancient power which holds the secrets to saving the missing world. As you go through the game you discover the story, and that's one of the main part of the story, is that you've got these abilities, you're learning new spells, you're learning witchcraft, you're learning wizardry, potions, caring magical creatures, all that, whilst also facing this massive threat that's imposed in the wizarding world, which could be the end to it if you don't learn to hone and control your powers. Now for me personally, one of the best things about this game is just exploring the vast worlds. Learning spells, going to classes is fun and it's great, but experiencing the halls of Hogwarts, Hogsmeade itself, going to the Forbidden Forest, just that whole kind of, those first few hours in the game are honestly, for lack of a better term, magical, wonderful and an amazing experience. Anyone who loves the books, even the films to a certain extent, will be blown away like I was. The story itself is serviceable. You get some really good interesting quests along the way, you meet some interesting characters along the way, but for the most part you've probably played the story in other games beforehand. But for this experience it's serviceable, and for a starting block into the series it's more than enough to make it a fun experience, a good story and overall enjoyable. The main thing that really kind of shines out for me is the characters. So you're playing the third person perspective with your custom created character, exploring Hogwarts and the surrounding areas. Now I was genuinely impressed with the amount of detail you can put into the characters to really kind of craft it and make it your own, to make you feel like you really are part of Hogwarts and part of the schooling year. I like the fact as well they do refer to you as the 5th year student while including your own name in the subtitles. Adds to the experience of this is your character, this is who you are, this is the dream that you've always wanted to be in, where you get to explore Hogwarts. As you go through the game you learn spells, complete challenges and quests which allow you to upgrade your character with the typical RPG system / tree. As you find more chests through the world, complete more lessons and capture magical beasts, you are then able to brew potions, unlock spells and also upgrade your clothing. Combat is surprisingly fun, combining spells makes you feel fluid and engaging. Spells also feel really powerful, certain ones do feel like they pack some weight behind them, and the other ones still feel useful in certain situations. It's fun combining spells in different scenarios to make you feel like a true wizarding master. However, some parts in this game where you kind of left to your own devices to figure things out, can be frustrating. I'm not asking it to be handheldy, but just definitely more helpful hints would go a long way to making it that 10 out of 10 kind of game. But overall, main and side characters you meet along the way have compelling stories and add a lot to this game, which makes it stand out. That's what it is. I think the characters you meet along the way elevate this game from what might have been a 7, 6 out of 10 to maybe an 8 or 9 out of 10, depending on how much you enjoy those storylines and those character beats. Now, controls for the most part do work really well. On occasion, especially when you're starting out, it does feel a bit clunky. But when you first get in the room as well and try some puzzles, it takes a while to get used to. But after, say, an hour or two, doing it a few times, it becomes second nature, and after a while, you tend to just not even notice the little things here and there. Where the game has some of the best moments and experiences, however, for me, is the sounds and visuals. The way the score comes into certain moments, certain scenarios, certain set pieces, even walking around the grounds or castle itself is amazing, and it's so close to the original masterpiece from John Williams, from the films themselves. Massive fan of that score, and I'm glad they kind of kept that same kind of feeling to the game itself. The castle and the grounds look absolutely amazing. Honestly, the best part of this game is exploring that world they've built, and you can generally tell the team behind this game really do care and put a lot of time and effort to appease the new fans and old fans from the original days of the first book coming out. Honestly, that's the best part of the game. It's how it sounds and how it feels and how it looks. Acting is great in it, the voice acting is fantastic in it. Sometimes a bit clunky, but other than that, perfect, and it's also very captivating. So final thoughts, as you might have been able to tell, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. This game has been something I've wanted for a very long time, ever since I first read the books. And no, I get why people have avoided playing this game or just avoided completely talk about it. That's fair enough, but for me it's something I've always wanted. I was happy when it came out, and even happier when I got a chance to play it. Safe to say that the experience has been near enough perfect for me. Just exploring the castle brought me hours of joy. Seeing things brought to life in the game has also made me very happy. The story is well written and well executed, if only a bit predictable at times. The friendships you make along the way are quirky and fun. Teachers are interesting. Lessons are fun. Exploring the grounds is great. The bad guys serve up a purpose. You even get complex and deep quests and moments throughout your journey of this game. On another note, everyone in this game looks like they're from a teen drama like Skins or Grange Shield for you UK listeners, or even from like 9120. Everyone is cute and quirky in some way, and that's all I can really notice so well. Everyone here's got a kind of quirky face and cute kind of personalities. It's very strange. So my main criticisms of the game is it can feel empty at times. I wish there was more interactions with NPCs and characters outside the quests. I wish more classes had more in-depth to them. Less collectibles, storage space to begin with without having to look at it throughout your journey, and also wider fudge delivering upgrade Quidditch. It's one of the best things about Harry Potter and should have been implemented, but hopefully we're getting DLCs. Because honestly, all in all, the foundations are there. It's a fantastic and amazing experience. You can tell they like the source material. The game was made with fans in mind, and for large parts they deliver and go above and beyond. I hope we get DLCs for this game and eventually a sequel. I hope this time with more of the schooling part fleshed out, more characters to interact with, maybe a more mortality system where your decisions matter. If you use unforgivable curses, they matter, just to add a bit more depth to it. But like I said, it's a magical experience from start to finish with plenty of potential. For me, it's definitely an 8 out of 10 game. So guys and girls, humans across the world, you magical creatures and you stunning beautiful things. Until next time, my fellow students of Hogwarts, keep safe, keep strong, and until the next video, I'll see you soon. Don't forget to reach out to me at Pickitupgaming 1 if you ever need to chat. See you soon. Bye!